Arjuna talks down to Krishna, telling him, "You are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being, and so I prostrate myself before you to offer you my respect, and I ask for your mercy, as a father tolerates the impudence of his son, or a friend tolerates the impertinence of a friend, or a wife tolerates the familiarity of her partner, so should you tolerate those wrongs that I have done to you." God is like a father, like a friend, and like a life partner. But God is more than just that. He's like a storyteller who teaches, and like a gardener who sows and reaps. He is like a rainbow that shines down with hope. But when we come before him asking for tolerance for our impudence, impertinence, and familiarity, we arrive before him like a serpent slithering on our belly. We advance without legs, for there's nowhere for us to run and hide. The Jews stand before God in prayer. The Christians kneel, and the Muslims prostrate themselves in prayer, rather than have to creep, slink, and slither before God like a snake. Guilt, combined with self-knowledge, forces us all to repent, which is never a pleasant process. In the creation story, the serpent beguiled Eve, who colluded with Adam, to conspire against God. But if you don't take responsibility for all the voices within you, you'll be left with only the voice of your serpent in your tree or the worm in your apple to explain your bad behavior to God. Need I remind you, God isn't disposed to confer with schmucks. It's far easier to bestow tolerance on others than beg for tolerance before him. Don't bother telling me you're a tolerant person. I know it's not true. I know you can't always tolerate yourself. It's one thing not to tolerate a specific individual because of the way he or she treats you. It's quite another to project your intolerance onto a whole class of people. Therefore, contemplate what it is you're thinking, feeling, and believing that ought to happen, and you'll discover how you may be projecting your self-hatred onto segments of society. You're as disabled as the disabled. You're as queer as the gays. You're as dark as the blacks. And you're as feminine as women. This is why you're a mystery unto yourself. Therefore, seek tolerance from within. Good thoughts. We'll talk again tomorrow.